It's your boy Girl here, back with another video, and today I got a special video, guys. Man, today we're gonna be back with the best TOP teams for season 98. You guys know the season resets, and every season the devs always change up like which teams or what units are in certain tiers. So there's gonna be teams that's better than other teams in certain seasons, just based off the usage rates and everything like that. So you guys know I'm back with the best teams. When it comes to these videos, like I said, when it comes to building a team, really invest your resources in terms of getting your characters at the highest stars possible, getting them to friendship rank 10 by playing the Let's Fight every day or the story mode, part 6, book 1, chapter 8. Make sure you also have like the friendship equipments equipped so you can get more friendship level points so you can get to friendship 10. Make sure you guys are rocking the tournament power equipment because that helps with base stats and base health. Like more tanking and more damage dealt with that. And also arts boosting your characters. Say if they're strike based, focus on the strike arts. And then go with the special move because that helps with double defense on your kit, on your stats of your units. And then yeah, bro, just invest in your team, get them to Zenkai 7 if they're a Zenkai character. We're gonna be back with the best teams, like I said. And then also when it comes to these videos, I might start making each like section shorter. I might kind of like reduce the amount of times I talk about like why a certain unit is really good, because a lot of you guys are not new. A lot of you guys are reoccurring watchers, so I kind of might just explain less details about like why I pick certain characters. Maybe say like, oh, Super Baby 2 is just a great healer. You know, saying like, oh, just a little bit simpler, so I can not make these videos as long. But if you guys do enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel. Road to 17K. I think we're at like 16.2, so that's greatly appreciated. And let's get straight in with the first team, which is going to be Regen. All right, so the first team is going to be Regen Blast Base. I'm going to start off with the backup characters. There's some really good backup characters this season, so let's get straight into it. So if you guys do have Metal Cooler, he is in Z tier. Definitely equip him. Try to get him as high stars as possible. There's a good amount of like ways of getting some extreme Z power this PvP season. I believe you can get up to like 1.2k EXZ power, which is nice, just based off playing PvP and everything. And then also we got the raid that's going on, so there's a few extreme Z power there. And then like I said, there's a new co-op, and then the old season just finished, so you have lots of Z powers to get. Someone like, if you have EX Cooler, get him up to like maybe extra 2 stars. So he's by far the best valuable backup character. If you guys don't have him, then you guys can rock Yellow EX Piccolo. I've rocked him before acquiring EX Cooler. Just the amount of heals that he does is insane. So he's a great Z tier character. Those are pretty much my favorite 2 out of the Z tiers for Regen. And when it comes to the S tier, they have a lot of good S tier characters this season. You have PJ here. I rock PJ because he's a blast based character for my blast based team in a sense. Some other good characters that I really like is going to be EX Omega. He is blast based Regen, so I like him a lot. I do like this purple Super Boo. He's one of the better purples just because he has high key recovery, and he's in the S tier spot, so that's really nice. Blue Metal Cooler is free to play as well. He's a really great character. I believe he gives support for his team, and he gives debuffs as well, so I like him a lot. And then also I like Zenkai Red Cooler just because he has great sustainability. He heals every time he ends each turn, which is I like that a lot. Then you also have like this yellow perfect form cell, this free to play one. He's really good. He gives support to blast damage. He's a blast based character, so that's really nice. And that's pretty much my favorite backup characters. Lots of good backup characters to choose from this season for Regen. So when it comes to the main 6 here, you know, I got Super Baby 2. He's just the best healer for Regen. He's core. I don't really need to explain what he does. He's just a healer, great, one of the best healers in TOP. And then when it comes to like my other main characters like CMZ, Boo Tanks, LF Piccolo, the reason why I like them, even though CMZ is strike base, just this kid alone, he's able to heal, ramp up damage every time he lands a strike or blast card, and he ramps up his special move gauge, where to the point he can get a special move gauge every other match, which is powerful. Boo Tanks and LF Piccolo, they get a guaranteed blue card every match. Boo Tanks is his first turn. LF Piccolo is the third turn. Then I like Purple Cell just because of the debuffs that he gives, and he also has ways of increasing like his key recovery if he's playing against a lot of Saiyans and hybrids, and then also he can charge up his special move card depending on how many defeated enemies per turn. And I also have green DKP there. I just feel like just the debuffs that he gives for the team, and he heals every time he lands a blast card. And I believe he charges his gauge by 30% towards the fourth turn, so he can get his gauge every like 3 matches or so, which is really nice. So when it comes to the replacements, when it comes to the reds, like I said, you have Piccolo Jr., you have Zenkai Red Cooler, you also have Boo Tanks here. The Zamasu is not bad. He's actually he's pretty solid just because he gets a guaranteed first hit on his first turn. So like I said, he's more strike based, but I mean, I feel like his stats are pretty equal. So he's also a really good option for a red. And then also red 21 is really good. And you also have Goku Piccolo. So those are your red options for blast based regen. Then after that, we're going to go into the blues. Blues, like I said, you have Metal Cooler here that I really like. You also have EX Omega. After that, when it comes to the blues, you have EX Evil Boo, which I like as well. Then when it comes to the blues and the B tier, nothing really that sticks out. And then for the C tier, if you want to grab another blue, you guys could go with Blue Zamasu or LF Kid Boo. But like I said, we already have 3 C tier characters. I don't want to try to go into more of that since we already have 3. When it comes to the yellow, like I said, if you don't have LF Piccolo, you have the free-to-play Perfect Form Cell. He's a really good yellow option to choose from. After that, you have Rage. Rage is finally in A tier or B tier. Is it A? No, actually A tier, which is warranted. I really do like that he's in A tier. He's a really valuable regen. I like him a little bit more than that free-to-play Cell. Then after that, any other yellows, Blast Base, you also have Majin Buu Good. He gives support, key recovery, healing, and damage inflicted buffs. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the yellow spots for blast base. Then after that, what we're missing is purple. Purple is kind of like the worst color for regen in terms of blast base and just in terms of their color overall. So Super Boo is really Super Boo. Then after that, it's none of these characters kind of stand out for me. Free to play Super Boo. You have Red Ribbon Army Piccolo. He gives support and healing. And then you have Garlic Jr. He's strike based, but he does give great value in terms of like nullification to debuffs. And then after that, that's pretty much all the purples. And then Light Skin Piccolo. Me personally, I don't think Light Skin Piccolo is warranted a C tier point for him, because I don't think he's that valuable. When it comes to the green for DKP, I mean, he's free to play, really good character. This guy is pretty solid, but like I said, he's more strike based, so I want to go for more blast greens. You have Baby Trunks. Baby Trunks is really powerful against hybrids and Saiyans. Then after that, you have Green 21 that you guys can use. And then after that, for your C tier, you guys could use Fat Boo. If you guys want more healing on your team, you guys could definitely use him. He's more strike based, but just for the extra healing, you guys could definitely put Fat Boo in there. And then also the other greens is going to be Omega, really powerful, Cryhon, and then Evil Boo. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the replacements for regen. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team we have is blast based androids, and androids been getting some pretty good buffs low key just because of the new 18 and 17 from the future side of these last 2 banners. But yeah, let's talk about the blast based team. Let's talk about the backups. For the Z tier spot, the best one is definitely Cell Jr. Cell Jr. is just ridiculously good. He ramps up over time. I believe he heals. I don't know if he actually gets a guaranteed blue card off his kid. No, right? Yeah, he just heals by the 3rd turn, and then he ramps up over time, which is really powerful. And I believe he's like one of the better Z tier characters. You also have this guy. He's not bad just because he just gets blast attack, but I just feel like Cell Jr. just way better. And all the other characters just doesn't really compare to him that's in this spot right now. Maybe I'll probably say he's probably second, because he's like, you know, he's a Sparkin and he gives blast damage and everything and debuffs. So that's probably the second best Z tier character from here. Cell Jr. and then that purple 15. When it comes to the S tier, I do like the free to play Cell, just because he's yellow. He gives support buffs for blast base, blast damage. So you want to, him being on a blast base team, that helps, and he heals himself by 1%. So that's really powerful as well. Now you can substitute for like a strike base android unit if you need it. You guys definitely can. Like blue android 8 is really good. He's just strike base. Yellow 17 is really good. He just strike base. Blue 13 is pretty solid. He just strike base. Right. So you have some good other options to choose from. They're just strike base. Even red 13, Zenkai 13, I believe he charges up his gauge the end of the start of the third turn. It's just that he's strike based. But if you guys want to do that, especially having him, maybe he can Zenkai buff like LF17. He might be a good option, and he also has double offense on his Z ability, so that's a really good choice to pick if you want to use 13 as an option. If you guys don't have like Cell Jr., you guys could probably use him for like a Zenkai buffer on the team when you have both 13 and Super 17 or whatever red on the field. Now when it comes to the main 6 here, I have blue 17 just because he's just the best blast space blue character. Really the only replacement is pretty much the blue TOP 18. I mean, she doesn't really compare to what he does, but I mean, she does charge up her blue card, I believe like 40% each fight. 40%, so that's not bad. It's just that he just does so much things way better than blue 18, but that's pretty much the only replacement that I like from 17 himself. Now when it comes to purple, LF Cell, kind of talk about how good he is. The debuffs that he gives, he's able to charge his blue card gauge depending on the defeated battle members on the enemy side, and he heals every time he gets hit. He just has lots of good things going for him. That's why I rock him on my main regen team. Any other replacement for purple is going to be Hellfighter or GT17. He's just really good support that he gives and the debuffs he gives for the enemies. And then also this new 17 drop. So he's also a really good option. I like that the support that he gives and the small little debuffs is okay. He's able to charge up his gauge as well, 2 different ways. So around every 3 fights, he can get his gauge in a sense. And he also gives damage inflicted buffs for his allies, and he heals himself by 2%. So that's a really good 2 purple options that I like for androids. Next we have is going to be red. Red, I really do like Super 17 just because of every time he lands a blast card, the amount of debuffs he gives for the enemy is ridiculous. And then if he gets if he gets hit by a blast card, he does more like debuffs and healing and extra buffs there. He has a blast counter. When it comes to the red options, I really do like red 21. Red 21 is a really good option. She's free to play. I know her event isn't back, but if you guys do have her, she's a great option to choose. After that, you do have red 18. Red 18 is blast based, so she kind of flows with the whole androids teams there. And then, like I said, I already mentioned android 13. Then you guys could also use like red transforming cell. He's strike based, but if you really need a red, then you guys can use them. And then also, you guys also have the tag droids as well if you need them. If you just need that strong red, you also have the tag droids, especially since they're blast based. Now when it comes to the yellow, you have really great options for yellow. I really like keeping him on the team just because he's a HP buffer. He gives support for all his android allies, and he heals his android allies. And then he Zenkai buffs a yellow android. So I feel like he's really core on the team because he's just super valuable. He has a free-to-play event right now that you guys can get him to Zenkai if you have him 7 stars or higher. So I suggest you guys do that. Now when it comes to the other yellows, you have 18 here. I like the support and the healing that she gives for the team, so that's why I always put her there. But there's so many other options to choose from for yellow androids itself, especially blast based ones. You got Gammas. If you want to use one of your C tier spots for them, you guys can. This new 18 is really powerful. She actually heals her allies by 1%. So if you just want more healing, you guys can definitely rock her and damage inflicted buffs for your allies. She can do that, which is really nice. So you guys could put her in the middle, replace that free to play 18 for like the PO 18 in a sense. After that, any other yellows, if you guys do have her at high star, she's really good. This yellow EX 18. And then, like I said, I already mentioned the first form Zenkai Cell. And I already mentioned the free-to-play cell as well for the blast-based yellow for androids. And then after that is pretty much green. Now, magenta is more strike-based, but I like the amount of debuffs that he gives just for the enemies. Like 20% damage received and then minus 30 to key recovery is pretty powerful for all enemies. And then at the end of at one of the turns, if there's 3 or less enemies, he gets a guaranteed blue card and extra damage and extra high key recovery. So I like that a lot. He gets hit, he gives his allies health, healing, and damage inflicted buffs, so that's powerful. And if he dies, he gives some death buffs as well. So any other greens that I like besides magenta, I do like Gamma 1. Is Gamma 1 in B tier? Wow, he's in B tier. Gamma 1, just because he has high key recovery. Excuse me, and then green 21. Those are pretty much like the other blast-based green androids. All the other ones are strike-based, like 17, like Android 16. And I'm not really the biggest fan of him. So I like the other green options as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all the colors for androids. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next we have is blast-based androids, bro. And androids, I'm not androids. Blast-based LOE, I'm sorry. And LOE just, their team just has really their core characters just has no C tier units. All the C tier units are strike based. UGF, Red Cooler, Go Frieza, and then I don't even know who's the last one, but they're strike based. All of them are strike based, bro. Celza, like none of them are blast based. All their core characters are boosted characters, which is nuts. And not to mention their Z tier. They probably has the best Z tier option out of all teams in the game. So let's talk about the backups. If you guys have the red EX not Transformer, but the red Frieza and the Metal Cooler, rock them. They're like one of the harder characters to get in terms of EX characters, and then they're like one of the best ones, bro. If you have them at high stars, rock both of them. They're both Z tier. They're both giving you extra 20%. Both of them. And if you don't have them, bro, you have other great options, bro. You have another great Z tier character in green Final Form Frieza here. Great damage inflicted buffs here, up to 100% damage, and then reduction of damage as well. Pretty powerful, bro. They have 3 great Z tier options. And then if you don't have them, you don't have either one of them, then their S tiers is fine. You have transforming Metal Cooler, not transforming Zenkai Metal Cooler. You have free to play Metal Cooler. You have Mecha Frieza. You even have Final Form Cooler. Even though he's strike based, he's still really good. You have Final Form Zenkai Frieza. He's able to counter blast cards. He's pretty much the best replacement option for Golden Frieza. And then, you know, he's a strike based character as well. But First Form Frieza gives support for the team if you need another green. Like, there's so many good options for their backup characters as well to choose from. Now when it comes to the main core, Chilled reminds me of like the Zenkai Cell in the sense where giving HP for the team, support damage for his allies, and then he's also Zenkai buffing Frieza. Like, he's really powerful, and he's an S tier option, which is pretty insane. Like, he's a big deal for the team because he's kind of like the core unit of LOE, and he's not even the best character on it. He's just he's one of the most valuable characters, but he's not the best character. Next after that, when it comes to the other characters, LF Frieza, just because he can get double Zenkai buff. He has high key recovery, him and Chilled, so they usually attack first and second. And then, like I said, the support. And then he also has a stun thing with his green card special action. Chilled does as well when he lands a blue card, which is insane. And in terms of the other characters, we usually have Revival Frieza just because he heals. He's pretty much the only, like, the healer of the team for LOE, so you want to have him on the team, and he gives support buffs for the people that's in to the left and the right of him. So that's why we always keep him to like the middle row, because he heals and gives support. Then after that, you got AGF. AGF is by far probably the best character on the team just because he gets a guaranteed blue card. And if there is, I believe, 2 or more enemies remaining, he gets another guaranteed blue card, and it actually upgrades into an ultimate card. So, yeah, if there's a yellow tile, he can actually pop 2 ultimate cards instead of 2 blue cards beginning of the match, and then towards the end, depending on how many enemies are alive. And he's just that powerful. After that, you got Red DBS Frieza, just because he also has a stun thing as well with his green card paralyzing, and then he's just the best blast based LOE character. Yeah, you have him, but not a lot of people are going to have that EX Frieza. he's just the best option to choose from. And then when it comes to the green, Metal Cooler is insane. He also has like this little stun death ray beam thing, so he stuns the enemy, I believe, the first turn. And just the amount of damage and stuff is insane. He is able to charge up his blue cards, and he's able to heal. He just does it all, bro. He does it all. The Zenkai really made him super powerful as a great TOP character to use from. Now, when it comes to the options here, for purple, really the best option for me is going to be Mecha Frieza, just because he's part of the range type, double offensive Z abilities. If not, then you guys can go with UGF or go Frieza. But that's if you just don't have Mecha Frieza at high stars, then you can go with UGF and go Frieza. When it comes to the red, if you don't have DBS Frieza, then Zenkai Metal Cooler. If you guys don't have Zenkai Metal Cooler, then you guys can go with LF Cooler. When it comes to the green, if you guys don't have Zenkai Metal Cooler, not Zenkai Metal Cooler, but Zenkai Cooler, then you guys can go with Pod Frieza. He's okay. He's more strike based. You also have this free-to-play cooler here. That's really good. He gives support for the team. I believe he heals every time he lands a blast card, which is nice. And he debuffs when he lands a blast card. Then after that, you have free-to-play Frieza here. He's strike-based, but he gives support and extra healing for his team and damage inflicted buffs at the end of each turn. But he's really powerful. So that's another great green option. Then after that, when it comes to blue, blue is kind of like the hardest one because you really want that Revival Frieza, just the healing that he gives for the team, and then the support. I don't really know who to replace him. Maybe Metal Cooler, the free-to-play Metal Cooler, in terms of like the main 6. I'm not the biggest fan of the Zenkai Cooler here, the Final Form one. You know, Go Frieza's okay, but you really want that Revival Frieza, no cap. When it comes to the yellow, like I said, is AGF. From Unireps, and then you also have you can use him as a replacement, the Zenkai Full Power Frieza, and then you also have LF Full Power Frieza in the B tier spot. So yeah, that's pretty much all the colors and replacements for LOE. A little bit niche team. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team here, we do have is Strike Base God Key. Now this team is a little bit more niche in terms of like the characters that you really want to have for your core. But let's talk about the backup. When it comes to the backup, you do have Champa here. I just don't know how good he is. He's blast based, right? But he's a Sparking and a Z tier option, but I just don't know about him, right? He could be an okay option, but I'm a little bit hesitant on him. So in terms of the S tiers backups, Yellow EX Beerus is really good just because he's a Zenkai EX character. I know he's blast based, but he's just by far one of the better options to choose for the God Key spot if you guys want. Next after that, we do have Blue Champa. He's strike based God Key, so you guys can definitely rock him for sure. Then any other options that I like, this Green Zamasu is really good. The issue is that his Z ability does not buff God Key. It does PO and event exclusive in future, but you know, just the debuff that he gives, I believe up to 15 if there's 5 or more enemies, 5 extra, and then extra damage to himself when there's less enemies. So I think he's a good option to choose from as a green, so you guys can use him as well. You also have Vados. That's not bad, but Vados I think is a little bit more on the blast side than the strike side. But if you just need that extra boost, definitely give her a go. And then after that, I would say the blue Vegeta and then the red Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Both of those. Now when it comes to the main 6 here, you definitely want to have Whis and you definitely want to have Shin on the team because they're your main 2 healers and support for the team. You need to have some type of support and healing for each team. They're kind of like the best ones for God Key, so you really want to have that regular Spark one, the one on the top, not on the bottom right, not that free to play one, but the top one, and then Shin at the bottom, just because their healing for the team is insane. Now when it comes to the main 3 in the middle, you really want to have is, I don't have God Goku and I don't have Ultra Rose, but if you have Ultra Rose and God Goku, you definitely want to have them because they have a guaranteed blue card for the first turn, and then yellow Kaioken Goku gets a guaranteed blue card for the second turn when he transforms, and then CMZ pretty much gets a guaranteed blue card every turn, every fight. He if it's not every fight, it's every other fight, so your main 3 damage dealers are just hitting blue cards every single match in a sense. So that's why you really want to have CMZ, Kaioken Goku, and either Ultra Rose or God Goku, on the team because they're your main damage dealers. Now when it comes to this last spot here, this kind of like a wild card spot. If you guys just want to add kind of like your just best character, you guys can. Maybe you guys want to add a blue character. Maybe you guys want to add in like Hakai Beerus or this free to play Beerus here. He actually gives a little bit more support for the team as well. You guys can do that. Just because you guys don't have a main blue for the team, you guys could probably replace them and use like blue Hakai Beerus. The reason why I have this Whis here because of the debuffs that he gives, which is really powerful. Now when it comes to the replacements, it's pretty difficult, like I said, to replace your main damage dealers because what they do. But like I said, for green, Ultra Rose, God Goku, either one of them. Then Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta's probably the best one just for the strike base. After that, when it comes to the yellow option, it's either Kaioken, and then you guys can go with Zenkai Gogeta Blue. And then you guys can probably go with Fusing Gogeta Blue, just because it's strike base. Red here is either CMZ, MUI Goku, or the new LF Zamasu. Yeah, and then like I said, Whis and Shin, you kind of really need them just for that extra healing. If you're missing one of them, then a good option is free to play Beerus, because he kind of gives a little bit of some healing and buffs for his allies as well. But like I said, this spot here kind of just depends on like who you want to choose. Maybe you guys pick another C tier character, right? You guys could definitely do that. But I feel like since you guys don't have no like really dominant Z or S tier character for real, I'll play it safe with 3 C tier spots. But yeah, let's hop into the next team. Alright, next team we have is Strike Base Vegeta Clan, and let's get straight into it. So when it comes to Vegeta Clan here, let me actually mark them up here. Let's talk about their backup characters. For the Z tier spot, I feel like the best one is just this green transforming Gotenks. I mean, I said Gotenks. Green transforming Kid Trunks here. He just has the best stats compared to all these other ones, and I feel like he's just the most valuable, especially giving strike attack for Strike Base Vegeta Clan. I think that's really nice. So let's go with the other S tier backup. I do have purple transforming Trunks because I believe he gives support buff when he transforms, and he has great stats still. Even though he's one of our older like sparking characters, he's still pretty good. Any other replacements for like the backup characters? Any other good ones that I like? Excuse me, I do like this Coat Vegeta just because he gives HP for the team, and he actually gives support for his allies. So that's actually a really good character to choose as well. Just free to play Super Saiyan 2 Trunks is also a good option. I think just because he's strike based and he has a good like strike, he just has a good attacks, which is really good. Can't really complain about that. For characters that are blast based, I mean, he's a good option. This Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and this yellow Super Vegeta is also really good as well. I think he's pretty solid. Even though he's blast based, I still feel like he's a good option to choose from. And then the other two, you can say this Zenkai Trunks here, I'm not the biggest fan. Nah, actually, I'm gonna just go with this free to play Trunks here. I think he's pretty much better. So purple transforming Trunks, Coat Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, the free to play Trunks, and then the double free to play Trunks. So when it comes to the main team of Vegeta Clan, you definitely want to have Bulla Vegeta and the red free to play Vegeta, just because of the healing that they give, the healing and the support that they give for their allies. You want sustainability, so that's why you really want them there. It's really difficult to replace those characters because you need healing. So when it comes to the other characters though, for blue, I have Sword of Hope Trunks here because I don't have every like Vegeta Clan character in the game. But Sword of Hope Trunks or Sword of Hope Trunks, Fusing Vegito, or even Gohan Trunks, the new LF, are really good characters. They're blast based, but the fact that they're able to charge up their blue cards every other turn to get a guaranteed blue card is pretty powerful to me. Even despite them being blast based, I think you guys should still it's still a good option to choose. So I definitely recommend those replacements there. You could even add them. They're blast based, but if you're kind of reaching it, I feel like they just have a little bit more equal stats. So I'd rather go with them compared to the Goku Vegeta. For the yellow, if you have Majin Vegeta, please rock him. He's just a game changer for the team. Like all the other yellows for Vegeta Clan, it's just not, they just don't compare to him. So if you have Majin Vegeta Clan, he's gonna make a big difference for your Vegeta Clan yellow. You do have the fusing Gogeta Blue. That's another good options. All the other yellow units are pretty much blast based for Vegeta Clan. I'll probably say if you want another replacement, maybe you can go for more of another healing side and go with the Angel Vegeta, Angel Yellow Vegeta. That's what we call him because he gives extra healing and support. That's pretty much the other best yellow options. Red wise, since we already have 4 C tier characters, like I said, it's kind of difficult. You're already kind of pushing it with 4 of them. But for red options though, I mean this Vegeta is actually pretty good for TOP Super Vegeta. It just depends on how you build your team. Trunks and Mai is really good. And then I will go with Ape Vegeta after them. And then after that, Heat Dome Trunks. Now when it comes to the purple, like I said, Bola Vegeta, you really want them for their healing and the support. For the green, I added in the tag Grunks here because they give extra support for future and hybrids. So I kind of paired them up at the bottom here underneath Shoutout Trunks and the Bola Vegeta so they can get that extra key recovery and damage inflicted buffs because they're hybrids and future. So I paired them up under them instead of under like Gogeta or Majin Vegeta. In terms of the greens, like I said, you do have the Zenkai tag for the Zenkai LF Super Saiyan Trunks and then tag 4s, but like I said, you're already using so many C tier characters, because it kind of just depends on what characters are you bringing and what characters you're not. You know what I'm saying? So you have the green Trunks, you have tag 4s, you have the green Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, some good options. I just didn't want to put too much C tier characters for your main 6 there. After that, red, blue, yellow, purple. Like I said, purple. I mean, if you want another offensive purple, then you can definitely go with the blue boys here, but they're kind of like one of like the only other strike base Vegeta Clan purple characters besides Bola Vegeta being strike base support. And that's pretty much it, man. Right? Red, yellow, blue, purple, green. Yeah. So that's pretty much it with Vegeta Clan. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team we have Blast Base Majin Buu Saga. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So for the backup characters, this is really like kind of like the biggest issue with Majin Buu Saga, just because their backup characters usually are lacklusting compared to like from one season compared to the other. Like they have some good backups because like they're in the Z and the S, and some of them they get taken out of. So for this season, they actually have Kid Trunks as a character to be used. Unfortunately, he does not buff Majin Buu Saga, but he's still one of the best options to choose because he has some good, even though he's strike based, he's still a good character out of the Z's and the S. So definitely will use him. All these other S's are not really that good. And then, I mean, Z's are not good. And then the S here, I go with free to play Super Buu, just because he has high key recovery. He actually gives some type of Z ability for Majin Buu Saga. I think he actually gives support for like event exclusive Majin Buu Saga, and I think like maybe PO or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. And he also has a stun, I believe, at a certain turn. And then after that, maybe Red Transforming Gotenks. You're kind of pushing it. That was pretty much like the main best 3. Maybe the the Buhan and the Red Kid Buu, but they're just really old Sparking, so I just don't know how they're gonna really hold up. But the best 3 right now: Kid Trunks, Transforming Gotenks, and then Super Buu free to play. Now when it comes to the main units here, purple, this is blast based. So for purple, I have Ultimate Gohan. He's just the best purple for blast based Majin Buu Saga. If you don't have him, then the best other purple, in my opinion, is this free to play Goku, just because he gives support buffs for his allies with damage and key recovery and stuff. So he's pretty much the only other purple option for Majin Buu Saga. Besides the free-to-play Super Buu, but he's one of your backup characters. So it's out of them or Super Saiyan 3 Goku for purple. When it comes to red, I have Gotenks. Gotenks is really powerful. I have him, so I can use him. Shen is also a really good character just because he gets extra healing for the team, so I really value that a lot as well. Other red characters, you guys could use this Vegeta. He's just more on the strike side than the blast side, but his support can't go unnoticed. So if you just want to, maybe you don't have Shin, but you have the free to play Vegeta, you guys can use him, but just put him up to the top because he on the 18 side, because he heals like downwards. He heals more tiles downwards. And then also another good red is actually Buhan here, because he actually gives Z ability for the team. And then another red is Zenkai Red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now his regular Z ability sucks, but he is a ranged attacker. He's just someone that just does a lot of damage. So those are pretty much your options for the red blast base. When it comes to the blue side, I usually go with Tien just because his Z ability is really good. 42 blast and strike defense, and then he also heals himself and gives support for his allies, which is really good. Can't go wrong with that. I think healing and health restoration, so that's really powerful to me. If you don't have him though, you have Boo Tanks here. He doesn't give Z ability for the Majin Buu Saga team, but he's guaranteed blue card is pretty powerful. You also have another C tier character with like Kid Buu or even the Buu duos there, just because they're blast based blue characters that you guys can use. And then you also have EX Evil Buu to choose as well. I'll probably put him last on my list though, just because he's a little bit squishy, and the fact that he's not in the S tier spot, I'll kind of put him last on the blues. When it comes to the yellow, I like adding free to play 18 because of the support and the damage that she gives for the team. Another good yellow option is actually the Majin Buu Good, because they're blast based and they basically do what 18 does, but it's just supporting, but it's just another option, right? I'm assuming you should have the free to play 18 because she's free to play. The Buu is literally a summonable sparking character. After that, when it comes to that, call all the colors green, I have Pui Pui. Now the reason why I have Pui Pui here is just because he gives HP for the team. He supports just the team with damage inflicted buffs, and I believe at a certain health he can get like a higher blue card gauge rate and everything. But you know that's not going to happen. But I think just the damage inflicted buff that he's giving for his allies and HP for the team to soak up more hits is really valuable, and he's a free to play character, so I always add him. If you don't have him though, then Evil Buu is a really good option to choose from. You guys could go Fat Buu if you want that extra healing for the team, even though he's more strike based, but the extra healing, you can't go wrong with that. And then that's pretty much the main greens that I like for the team. And that's pretty much all the colors there. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next we have is strike-based future in a sense. Now, let me explain like why you're seeing some of these old characters. These are replacement spots because I don't have Ultra Rose and I don't have the new red summonable Mai. So these are the EX Mai and that Transforming Goku Black are just replacements, just to show like represent Ultra Rose and the red Mai. So let me explain it. So when it comes to the S tier spots and the Z tier spots, there really isn't no good Z tier spots. So I kind of went down to the S tier spots, and now some S tier spots. The ones that I like is the green Zamasu here, because the debuffs that he gives, and then like at a certain enemies count, he actually gets extra damage. And I also like the blue transforming, not transforming, but the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, because I mean, he is part of Future, and I think he has a pretty good, he has a good kit in a sense in terms of damage, bro. And then he's able to build up his gauge a little bit, so that's pretty nice. So any other replacements that I like here, if you're kind of going more of like Vegeta Clan Future or Vegeta Clan like Hybrids Future, then you could rock this Trunks because he gives extra support for Super Saiyans, Vegeta Clan, and Hybrids, right? But right now for this setup that I'm trying to show, it's more PO than Hybrids Vegeta Clan Future. But if you have a little bit more, you have more Vegeta Clan type of character, Vegeta Clan Hybrids characters, then rock this guy. After that, you do have the first form cell, and you also have EX cell. Now he gives great debuffs, but I wish that he was in the Z tier spot, so he kind of lost a lot of his value. And then also this EX Gohan here, he's a lot valuable if you have a Trunks on your team. So if you are using a Trunks, then definitely rock him. And also this yellow Trunks is not bad as well for replacements for the backup side. Now when it comes to the main six here, this team completely changes, right? The reason why the red Sparking Mai is really good is because he gives her allies special move gauge at the start of every turn or end of every turn. If I'm not mistaken, I don't have her kit, but it's something about like she gives her allies 5% special move gauge, which is really powerful because one, that means hypothetically Corrupted Murder Monster can get a guaranteed blue card every turn because he gets 80 have for 4 turns. So if the match lasts for 4 turns, he's building his gauge up by 80. But if you have Red Mai on your team, she's giving him an extra 20% that he needs, so he can get a guaranteed blue card every match. And if he doesn't use it for that match, then he uses it for the next match, which is insane. It makes Zamasu way more valuable. Not only that, she gives support for the team, and I believe she gives healing for the team as well. Ultra Rose, the reason why I have him is because he gets a guaranteed blue card every game. That's pretty powerful. I have Yellow 18 in the middle because more support and more damage inflicted buffs. You guys see there, more healing and damage inflicted buffs for her allies, so extra 10 there. And the reason why I have Blue Goku Black is basically the same thing, because he gives support and key recovery for his allies. You guys see there, 10 damage inflicted and an extra 30% key recovery, and then debuffs for all enemies. So the people, all middle row is giving support for your high damage dealing characters, which is Ultra Rose, CMZ, and then Purple Cell also giving debuffs, and he's also able to charge his blue card pretty high, just because depending on how many dead enemies per turn, and then high key recovery facing a lot of like Saiyans and hybrids. So that's kind of like the main 6. I can show you guys some replacements, but the team has like 3 support characters, and then like your main damage dealers are able just to nuke like crazy. You don't need 3 support characters. You guys could probably replace Blue Goku Black here and go like Sword of Hope Trunks, or even Gohan Trunks, just for more damage dealers. You guys could definitely do that. This is more of a flexible spot, right? More flexible. If you guys do this, then you guys want to like put her up there, because then they're getting 70 gauge per match compared to the 50, right? So replacements for the team though. Replacements for the team. So CMZ, if you guys don't have CMZ, then you guys can go with the new, you guys can go either with UVB or the LF Zamasu here, and then red transforming Cell is probably last, because it's a strike base. Rose is pretty much difficult to replace. If you don't have Rose, I would say green transforming Trunks. I keep saying transforming. Green LF Super Saiyan Trunks. My goodness. LF Super Saiyan Trunks. And then you can go VB. VB's more blast based, but I think VB's pretty solid, but I'll put him third just because this is more strike based compared to blast based, but he's still a good character. After that, in terms of purple here, you don't have Cell. Cell is, like I said, blast based, but he has a double offense Z ability, so this is why I kind of use him. LF Rose, he's kind of more, he's a good damage dealer, so that's a solid character to choose. Like I said, you do have Grunks here that can go blue and purple, and then this old LF Cell is a strike base future character. You guys could rock the 17 as well. He's more blast based, but he gives support for the team, which is not bad, but he's kind of more down on to like the bottom of the list for future. Then after that, like I said, this purple Vegeta, he's more blast based, right? But if you do have a lot of future and what's name, he does give extra like support, right? You guys see there on the left and the right, I believe. He's okay, but kind of want him be more on the blast based side of everything, but it's still pretty good. You guys definitely can still rock him here, because he's also going to Zenkai Grunks if you guys have them, or I think he does purple future, so he could also Zenkai buff Purple Cell as well if you guys do double purples. For the yellow spot here, the yellow spot is a little bit tricky because future doesn't really have no good like yellow strike based characters for real. It's pretty much here, you kind of just have to just take your best yellow, not gonna lie. So if it's not yellow 18, then you might just have to go with like Goku Black, or even just like TV, for example, just someone that's just a yellow, because they don't really have any good yellow strike based characters for future. But either Goku Black, you can go with Cell here. He doesn't buff future, he buffs androids and regen, unfortunately, but he's an offensive strike based character for future. Like I said, TV, even though he's blast based. And then you also have Goku Black. I'll probably put him last, the transforming Goku Black. So kind of wanted to point out this future team. It's really like, it's going to be really good if you have Red Mai and Yellow 18 together with CMZ and Ultra Rose and then LF Cell. And then your last character could be either Goku Black or Grunks. But I also wanted just to give you guys the replacements as well. So let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team we have is strike base movies. There's kind of like a different variants here. This one is more catered to like Cooler and Thouser. because Thouser is a Z tier character, so that's really powerful. But there's so many replacements for movies in the Z tier spot and S tier spots, it makes no sense. But let's list them all. So Thouser, this is a Thouser specific one. You want him to be paired up with coolers, right? So that's why you have LF Cooler on the main 6. But Thouser, you have this blue Teen Gohan here. You have this green Frieza here. You have Metal Cooler. Even though he's blast based, he just works because he's a Z tier character. Even Bardock, he's blast based, but he just works because he's a good Z tier character. Now when it comes to the S spots, they have so many characters to choose from. It makes no sense. You have Ader, you have Blue 13. I'm going more strike based. You have Red EX Turles. You have Blue Cooler here, right? Especially since Thouser, he's going to be paired with Cooler. Even Metal Cooler here. I know he's blast based, but for this Thouser type of setup, you want to be paired with as much coolers as possible. So even Metal Cooler. After that, yeah, those are the ones that I like the most. For the strike based, Ader, 13, Red EX Turles, Blue EX Cooler, free to play Metal Cooler. If you have like a lot of hybrids and Vegeta, like if you have like a lot of hybrids characters, pretty much a lot of Beast Gohans and Pans, then this Trunks gets more value, like a movie's hybrids team, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all like the backup characters. Now let's go to the main characters. Like I said, for the C tier, I have 4 C tier characters, but since movie has a lot of good Z tier units and S tiers, I feel like you can still pull it off just fine. So Red Cooler, just because of the Thouser gimmick there. Thouser is basically useless if he's not being ran with a cooler on his lineup. So that's why I have Red Cooler, because he's just the best cooler in the game right now. Then after that, I have Blue Beast. Blue Beast is just one of the better blue movies characters to choose. I'm going to talk about the replacements later. Then I have Pan there because Pan debuffs and support for the team is insane. I have Garlic Jr. because he gives nullification to abnormal conditions for his allies. He heals, he transforms, does a lot of great strike damage, so I put him in the middle. Gogeta Blue, because I don't have Ultra Beast, Gogeta Blue Zenkai is really powerful. I think he's a really good character option for a strike based yellow. And then Magenta here because he has better strike attack, and then the amount of debuffs he gives is insane for the enemies, for all enemies. And then at a certain turn, if there's 3 or less enemies on the field at the start of turn, he gets a guaranteed blue card with high key recovery and extra damage. So I really do like Magenta a lot. He's one of my favorite sleeper units. But when it comes to the replacements, when it comes to the blues, you don't have Beast, you have Ultra Janemba. And then after that, Turles is not a bad option. He's just more blast based, but he's not a bad option to choose from. And then you also have Broly here for your blues. I don't think I'm missing anybody, right? When it comes to the red, like I said, Pan is really valuable if you're pairing them up with a lot of the Gohans. And yeah, just a lot of Gohan characters. So if you have like Blue Beast, Red Beast, and an Ultra Beast, her value goes even higher because he's giving them extra charge rate to the blue cards and everything. Just a better value, right? And then HP for movies and hybrids is really good too. When it comes to the yellow, like I said, Zenkai Gogeta Blue, you have yellow Gotenks here. He's kind of more of a he's doing more supporting compared to damage. If you're rocking Gotenks, Ultra Beast is just the best character to choose right now. So if you have Ultra Beast, use them for sure. Gotenks is a good option. Like I said, Zenkai Gogeta Blue is a good option. And then someone I would put last would probably be like Tapion. Yellow Tapion I'll probably put last. Yellow Tapion. He's suited for strike base, so Yellow Tapion. When it comes to the red option, like I said, if you're not rocking the Thouser, I mean, Cooler's still a good option, but if you're not rocking Thouser, he's not as valuable. You have Nerdhan, that's really good. He gives great support for his allies, and then he also is able to charge up a blue card gauge, and then he's also able to heal at a certain turn or ramp up over time, which is really good. You also have Red Transforming Beast, and then any other reds for reals? Yeah, that's pretty much the best reds that I like. And then Great Salmon 1 and 2 is like probably 4th, and then Tapion is probably red. Zenkai Tapion is probably 5th. When it comes to the purples, you have Garlic Jr. You do have Ultra Gogeta Blue. You do have UGF. You do have Zenkai Blue Boys there. as options is just that just be careful with how many C tier characters you're rocking. And then you also have Red Ribbon Army Piccolo just because he gives support and healing. So it kind of just depends on how you build your movies team for certain colors. Next is going to be green here, magenta. There really isn't no good like C tier greens for real. Like Dragonfist is not a bad option. Then after that, magenta, like all these other ones are like, man. Drip Trunks is another solid option as well. And then I'll probably say last, because like I said, it's a strike base. Maybe Videl, because Videl gives some type of support for like movies and girls. So that's not bad as well. But I'll put her last. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the movie side. Let's hop into strike base movies and let's hop into the next team. Alright, so for the next team we have strike base GT. And yeah, let's talk about the backup characters now. For the backup characters, if you guys have that GT Trunks, use him. I know that he's blast based, use him because he's the best option for GT Z tier spot. Like he's giving support to his allies, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's blast based, but he's just the best available. If you guys don't have him though, EX Oob and EX Omega, this red Kid Goku, and then yellow Super 17 are pretty much the best backups that I like. The other ones are like okay. So yeah, you do have 4 other options for S tier, but if you do have that GT Trunks, definitely use them if you got them. When it comes to the main 6 here, there's really no replacement for Super Baby 2 because you need them for healing. Now me personally, I do like Bolo Vegeta. I think that she's also necessary because they both heal, and like Bolo Vegeta gives more support for the team in terms of damage wise, and she covers more spaces than Super Baby 2. She covers the whole field besides the middle part. That's why you want to put her in the center. And I feel like you just want both of them just for survivability sake. Now when it comes to the other characters, the best green strike based character is Tag Force, so you kind of need Tag Force. If you don't have Tag Force, then you can go with Gogeta 4. And if you don't have them, you're kind of building more of a blast-based team, which I'm talking about next. But Tag 4s are G4. When it comes to an offensive purple, you could take out Super Baby 2 and put in like UG4. I don't have UG4, but you can put UG4 for more offensive purple. Yeah, you can definitely do that. But here, I just put Super Baby 2 because F it, like I kind of want more damage on my yellow strike base team, like just yellow GT strike base. I say yellow GT strike base GT, so I just put yellow baby there. And then for my B tier spot, I put yellow Shin because he does buff yellow GT, so he's actually is Zenkaiing Super Baby 2, which is pretty powerful. And like I said, I do have this Goku here. If you guys don't want that Goku and maybe just want someone you think is better, you can always go with Zenkai Omega. I feel like they're like the best 2 like red strike base, unless I'm missing. I don't think I'm missing any other GT characters for strike. All the other ones are blast. But yeah, you guys could do that as well. But since you guys are using like a lot of C tier characters, you know, you either one is fine. You know me, I'm more biased for villains, so I'll probably just put Omega there. Yeah, for the red options, yellow options, and then if you want an extra blue, like I said, this is kind of like a wild card spot. So if you maybe want, say you want the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as this spot here, you can do that. You can go 4Ku as well as a good yellow option. I don't think they're worth the C tier spot, so that's why I'm not mentioning them. And then like I said, you also have UG4. So UG4, Super Baby 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kid Goku, 4Ku. You guys could do G4 as maybe 2 greens, and then you can Zenkai buff Tag 4s. You guys can do that as well. And then like I said, you want Super Baby 2 and Bolo Vegetas for the extra healing and support for the team. Yeah, that's pretty much it with the strike based GT. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next team we have is blast based GT. So for the replacements here, is going to be the same thing as strike based GT. If you guys do have that EX GT Trunks, not this Trunks, no, not him, the other one, the newer one, definitely use him. Support for the team, and he's blast based, so he's going to fit a little bit better compared to the strike based side, but he's just the best Z tier, S tier character for GT. they don't have a lot of units. So definitely, if you don't have them though, Blue Omega, he gets Zenkai buffed by Super Baby 2 if they're both on the field. Then you also have Red Oob. Even though he's strike based, he's just the third best option for the S and Z tiers. After that, Super 17 and then the Red Kid Goku are probably 4th and 5th. And maybe Ice because he's blast based and he can get Zenkai buffed by Super Baby 2. And he also has a counter against Strike, so he might not be bad as well. So I'm going to put him like in the 5th and 6th range. Now when it comes to the main 6 for the blast based GT, I think I'm missing somebody. No, I'm not. I decided to go with 4 C tiers. You guys could do 3 C tiers, but I really just feel like Super 17 and Omega together is really nice just because of the amount of debuffs that they give for the enemies here. Because Omega, he does great offense, right? But then his debuffs is like 7 out of the 9 spots. That's at least minimum 4 out of the 6 characters minimum is going to get hit by this debuff. So that's really powerful. And then the fact with Super 17, every time he lands a blast card, he's debuffing like all the enemies as well. And then if he absorbs a blast card from the enemies, he just does way more. So them two together and the debuffs they do together is really powerful. So I decided to do 4 C tiers. Now when it comes to the other colors here, yellow, I decided to go Rage because now Rage is finally an A tier instead of B tier. So really good here because if he gets hit, he paralyzes the enemy with a strike card. Blast, he heals by a certain percentage, and then he gives great support for the team in terms of like extra healing, not healing, but extra damage inflicted buffs, which is really nice. And then also for my red, I decided to go with the red GT Goku just because he's an A tier spot, but you guys could go with like Baby Trunks as well. I think Baby Trunks might be a little bit better than the red GT Super Saiyan Goku. When it comes to the replacements though, for the blue and purple, I keep Super Baby 2 and Bulla just because of the damage inflicted buffs and the healing for survivability for GT. So I always keep them as, 2 core units for both Strike and Blast GT. Like I said, for Blast base though, Super 17, if you don't have Super 17, then like I said, you probably going to have to go. I'm not the biggest fan of this Shin, free-to-play Shin. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I will go with the Super Saiyan Goku, and then I'll probably go with Vegeta 4. When it comes to the green, you have Baby Trunks, you have Omega, and then you also have full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku as blast base. When it comes to the yellow, you have Rage, you have yellow Zenkai Shin, and is that pretty much it for yellow? And then you also have Zenkai Super Saiyan Vegeta. Those are pretty much the best yellows for GT blast base. All the premium ones are all like strike base. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the team there. Blast base purple. If you guys want to do maybe instead of like double greens, you guys want to do another purple, you guys could do GT 17. You guys could definitely do that as well as an option. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the GT blast base. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next team we do have is Blast Base Unireps. Let's talk about the backup characters. One of the better backup characters for this season is going to be Green Kaba, Zenkai Green Kaba. His Z ability sucks because it does green HP, but I mean, the fact that he heals pretty good, and I think he's just a really good, valuable, especially a Zenkai character being in the Z tier spot, that's really good. So I really feel like no matter the blast or strike Unireps, definitely rock him for sure. After that, in terms of the other replacements, I think he's just the best Z tier. All the other ones just doesn't compare. So for the S tier spots, you have multiple options for oh my bad, I meant to do Crush Course. I didn't mean to do that. For Unireps, you have Blue EX KO, that's blast base. You guys can go with EX Jiren. I know he's more, I think he does a little bit more strike, right? Oh, he does more blast, but he's a really good option because he heals himself. Good damage. Green EX Dispo is a really good option. EX Bergamo, even though he's strike base, he's still a good option just because they don't have that many characters to choose from Unireps. Blue Shampoo is strike base, and then Vados is blast base. So I feel like they're just the best Z's and S tiers just for Unireps as a whole for this season. Now when it comes for the main 6 here, I decided to you need to have Blue Kale because she's just the best support and healing for Unirep. So both strike base and blast base, you want to have her. Now when it comes to the other blue, 17 here. I feel like 17 is just the best blue blast base. Just the best blue blast base Unireps character. The only replacements that I could probably find is probably blue 18, because I mean she's not bad. She's able to charge up her blue card probably every other turn, and then this blue Beerus is okay. Now he buffs Unireps. He does give healing and support damage. It's just not. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. If you want to actually healing, you guys can use him compared to Kale. I just think Kale is just a better support and healing for the team, in my opinion. But you guys can also, you could use Beerus in replace of her, or you can use them two together. You guys can do that as well. And then also, like I said, TOP 18. Now when it comes to the other characters, Yellow Gold and Frieza, you definitely want, because he gets a guaranteed blue card to start the first turn, and if there's 2 or more characters towards the end of the turn, he gets a guaranteed ultimate card. And if you have a yellow tile, you can place him on there, and then for the first turn, he has a guaranteed ultimate card instead of a blue card. So you really want him. You really want him bad. After that, I have purple Jiren here. I think Jiren is probably just the best purple like blast base unit. So I just like adding him, especially because he does have a stun when he pops his special action card. Then when it comes to the green, I decided to go with Kaioken Evo. I don't have my high stars, but I just feel like they're offensively just the best green blast base for Unireps. And then red, I have Bergamo just because of the HP that he gives for the team. He's a Zenkai character and he ramps up over time. I believe he gets he heals right at the third turn. I think he heals third turn, so that's really powerful. So yeah. After that, when it comes to replacements, I already talked about blue yellow. It's pretty difficult to replace AGF, not gonna lie, but you know, you got Evo Vegeta and you do have Kaioken Goku. If you want to go with someone that does another like guaranteed blue card like Frieza, you could just rock Kaioken Goku, the Zenkai one, just because he gets a guaranteed blue card on turn 2. Or you guys can go with yeah, that's pretty much the main ones that I like. Yellow Roshi 4th. Purple is, like I said, it's really Jiren or purple UI Goku for blast base purple. Green is Evokin. Then to me, I think it's God Topo. Then after that, I think it's going to be the green AGF. Then you also have green Tien. And then Revival Goku. Red, I mean, you guys can go Bergamo, MUI Goku for like more blast based, strike based, because they both have like equal stats or pretty close stats to strike and blast. Yeah, that's pretty much it with Unireps. Let's hop into the strike base version. Alright, so for the next team we have strike base Unireps. What I'm gonna do here is for the Z tier, Kaba. Like I said, Kaba is just the best Z tier unit for Unireps for the Z tier spot. Even though he's more catered to blast and his Zeal booty sucks, I just feel like he's just really good. So all the other ones sucks there. And in terms of the S tier characters, regardless of them being strike or blast, these are just the best ones I'm going to list out. EX Bergamo, EX Blue Jiren, EX Dispo, EX Kale, EX Champa, and then EX Vados. Those are the best ones that I like for this season. Now when it comes to the main 6 here, you want Kale because of the support that she gives and healing that she gives for the team. You need her because it's either her or the blue free-to-play Beerus here that gives support and healing for the team. So you need that for survivability. You could rock both, or you could just use one of the vice versa one. Pick one out of the 2. Now when it comes to the main 6, blue 17 is just by far just the best blue TOP unit. Even though he's blast based, he's just the best blue TOP unit. Any other replacements will probably be, like I said, blue 18 behind him, and then the free-to-play Beerus. After that, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this Hakai Beerus at all, not gonna lie. So when it comes to the yellow Kaioken Goku, you definitely want, because he gets a guaranteed blue card at the start of the second turn. Replacements for yellow Kaioken is pretty difficult because there's really no other like yellow strike base yellow for Unireps. If you want, you guys could use AGF because they both do the same thing, and then you guys could do like Evo Vegeta third. When it comes to the purple, purple is kind of like strike base Unirep's worst color. They kind of have like half a purple with Go Frieza. Go Frieza is blue and purple. If you don't have them, then you probably have to just use like LF Jiren or UI Goku as your as like a super main purple, like straight up main purple. Green, I go with Kiawe because Kiawe is just the best green Unireps unit. If not, then you got to go with a blast based green like TN or AGF or Kefla or even Evoken. But for strike base, Kiawe is number one. Now, when it comes to strike base reds, Bergamo is the best. I think this is the ability for the team. He ramps up over time. He heals himself, and he's a Zenkai character. I feel like he's just one of the more valuable characters for both Blast and just for Unireps in general. I feel like he's just the most valuable character. Any other options to choose from? You guys have Ultra Hit. You guys have Red MUI Goku. And then you guys also have Red Casserole to choose from. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with Unireps there. Strike base, let's hop into, I think this is the last team. It's going to be the hybrids. Alright, so next we have strike base hybrids, man. Let's get straight into it. So, this was guard at Future Gohan. He's a replacement for, he's like the replacement for like Ultra Beast. If you have the yellow Ultra Beast. Himself, no, don't rock him. But if you have Ultra Beast, he's supposed to represent Ultra Beast. I didn't pull him. I didn't summon for him, man. So relax. But let's get straight to the backups, man. Hybrids have some really good backups. Not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna just talk about the best blast and strike ones because I just feel like if just use your best available, especially if you have some good Z tier ones. So you have the GT Trunks. I don't know how good he is on hybrids, but GT, I know he's a little bit better than compared to hybrids, but I don't know how good. I think he gives support for GT members. But if you don't have him, then you have Kid Transforming Trunks, Kid Trunks here. Transforming Kid Trunks, strike base. This EX Gohan Kid is really good. You also have this Movies Gohan here. He's really good as well. I think those are like my favorite 4 from Z tier right now. When it comes to the S tier, Purple Transforming Trunks from Movies is really good because he gives support for hybrids. And you rock him on a hybrids team. Any other replacements? Gohan Krillin is really good. Tag Gohan Krillin is really good. This EX Trunks, this EX Gohan is really good if you're going to rock a Trunks on his team. If you're rocking Trunks, then definitely you can rock him. If not, then he's not as valuable. After that, those are pretty much like my favorite ones. Decent ones are like the yellow Trunks here. Those are probably the ones that I like. So let's hop into the main 6 here. So for the main 6, you're kind of really building like really a Gohan team. Pretty much Gohans are pretty much the best characters for like, especially strike side. Like Gohan is like the best ones. This is the best hybrids. Let's get into it. So Pan just loves being paired up with Gohans and Piccolos, right? Like just this extra support, the extra charge right to the blue cards. And then also she giving HP for the team, so that helping with being bulky, debuffing the enemies, really powerful. Now when it comes to your offensive characters here, like I said, Future Han is supposed to be Beast. If you have Beast, use them, bro. Literally everything he does on his kit results in charging up his his special move gauge. So that's just how sane he is. After that, you do have Blue Beast Gohan. And then after that, if you want another offensive red, you guys could go with Red Transforming Beast or Nerd Han. Nerd Han is a little bit more supportive, like he's healing himself. He's able to ramp up his blue card a little bit. He's able to ramp up himself, and then he also gets damage inflicted buffs for his allies. Double offensive Z abilities as well, which is really nice. Or you can go with Transforming Beast, where like he kind of a little bit slower to ramp up, but then once you transform, he gets, you know, all his damage. I believe it's the start of the 3rd turn. So either one is fine if you want double reds on the team. But here I kind of went with the Grunks because I have them, and they're able to access both blue and purple. So I think purple is kind of one of Hybrid's worst colors in terms of strike base. Blast base, like I said, they have Ultimate Gohan. But strike base, you guys could even replace them with Bull of Vegeta if you want more. If you want more like healing and support on the team, you can do Bull of Vegeta. But hybrid just has so much damage, you kind of don't really need the sustainability. So, but if you want to add her, you can put her in the middle, right? You can do something like this and then put her in the middle. You could do that as well. But yeah, you could do that. Now, when it comes to the top spot here, the reason why I have this Goten here, because Goten gives extra support for Gohan's and Goku characters, and he also heals them at the end of the second turn. So you have some type of like healing character for the team, and your best, especially if all your main damage dealers are Gohan characters, you guys could definitely do that. After that, I do have Gohan and Trunks tag, just because they're pretty good as a green character, and they also give support for hybrids and key recovery for hybrids as one of their I think it's like the start of the third turn to give hybrids in key recovery and damage inflicted buffs. So I didn't want to add, if you want to add in a fifth character though, you guys could do LF Super Saiyan Trunks as your green. So when it comes to the replacements for the team, like I said, blue, you have Gohan Trunks tag. You have Blue Beast, you have Sword of Hope Trunks as your main blues. Purple, like I said, you could probably might mix in Ultimate Gohan if you want. Bolo Vegeta, you have Grunks. I don't know how good this guy is. I don't know. I think he's a little bit better when he transforms. But I'll probably put him like fourth. When it comes to yellow, Ultra Beast is number one, and then number two, I'll probably do Gotenks. In terms of strike base yellow, yeah, Gotenks or Gotenks, Ultra Beast Gotenks, and then I'll do yellow Goten, because he gets a guaranteed blue card start a second turn, and he actually gives support buffs for his allies. That's to diagonal above him, to the left and the right diagonal. Then after that, when it comes to, I said yellow, I said blue, I said red, Pan, Red Beast. Then you have Nerd Gohan. Gotenks is Blast Base. And then I'll probably do Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 third. Purple already named. Blue already named. Pan is also a good option as well. I'll probably put her on that list as well for strike-based hybrids. And I think that's all the colors there. Yeah, that's all the colors. So let's hop into blast-based hybrids and let's wrap this video up. Alright, last team is going to be blast-based hybrids here. So let's talk about the backups. I already kind of talked about all the backups for the strike-based hybrids. But for blast-based hybrids, I mean, just choose like just your best Z's and S tier characters, bro. Just whatever characters you have available, the highest stars, just use them. But I'm going to name them out. You have that new EXGT Trunks. I don't have him, but if you do have him, you can use him. I just don't know how good he is on a hybrids team, but I know how good he is on a GT setup. You have this EX Gohan Kid because he's more blast based, so he's a really good option. Transforming Kid Trunks is a really good option. The only issue is he's more strike based. This EX Super Saiyan Gohan Teen is more strike based, and then he's also not a bad option. He's okay. I'm not jacking him though. I'm not jacking him. Not God. No, I'm not messing him. I'm not messing with him. Pause. I'm not messing him. EX Gohan is really good if you pair him up with a Trunks. So if you don't really have a Trunks on your team, then I'll just remove him. Other good options, you have EX Tag Gohan Krillin, but they're more strike based, but they're just a good option. I wanted to list out. You also have Purple Trunks here, blast based. There isn't no good other blast base for the S tier spots. They're all strike base. Hey, but it is what it is, right? I kind of want to pick a green though. Let me see. Yeah, because all the other ones are just purples, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna just add him. But yeah, you want to add him for that extra damage inflicted buff, but he's still good regardless. So I'm gonna just add him in there. Now, when it comes to the main six here, Pan, you just want Pan on the team just because the HP, extra support for Gohan is pretty much the main damage dealing for hybrids right now for both Blast and Strikers Gohan characters. So, you know, I had the Gotenks in here. You don't really need Gotenks. You could just take Gotenks out and add in another Gohan, right? You don't really need Gotenks, but this is for Blast base. If you guys do have Ultra Gohan, the green one, Ultra Green Gohan, then you can definitely replace Gotenks with him. And if you guys have Ultra Beast, you guys can replace Cryon here. You guys can replace both of them. If you guys have the double Ultra Gohans. If you have both of them, then take out Gotenks and then take out Cryon. Or you guys could just take out this purple Goten, and you guys can do and leave in, who did I take out? And leave in Cryon. You guys can leave Cryon here and then take out this Goten, and then have Ultra Beast, and then have Ultra Gohan. So Cryon can Zenkai buff Ultra Gohan, depending on how your stars is for Ultra Gohan. You guys can leave Cryon in there, Zenkai buff them together, and then have Ultra Beast. So like Ultra Gohan, and then the double Ultra Gohans here. And as for your purple, you have Ultimate Gohan. He's just the best purple blast base hybrids. And then for blue, I decided to go with this free to play blue Gohan, just because I don't want to add too many characters in the C tier spots for your hybrid setup. And he's blast base, and I think he's a pretty good offensive character. Does extra little damage against PO characters, which is I mean, you face a decent amount of PO characters in these TOPs. A little bit more heroes characters, but there's a good amount of PO characters. So yeah, when it comes to replacements, you want Pan. Purple, this is pretty much the best purple. But other replacements though, you guys could use, like I said, that Goten, because he gives extra support and damage, extra healing and damage buffs for Gohan and Goku characters. So if you have a lot of Gohans, you could put them up here, and then put like Ultra Beast there, and then put like Cryon here, and then put like the double Ultra Beast there. So both Pan and Goten is gonna be supporting them, which is gonna be insane damage. When it comes to greens, like I said, it's pretty much Cryon. It's pretty much Ultra Green Gohan. This one, the Super Saiyan Gohan Youth is not bad. It's not a bad option. And then I'll probably put Grunks 4th to their strike base, but they're still giving support for hybrids off turn 3 and turn 4, and damage really buff and key recovery. Yellow, like I said, is either Ultra Beast or Goten or TV for the yellows option. Already list purples out. Blues, you guys could go with Gohan Trunks. You guys could do that for either a blue or a purple. They're both they're blast based, so you guys could add them as a extra blue or purple. I just didn't want to add too much C tier characters, but you guys could use them as well if you pulled them. And then, like I said, yellow, Ultra Beast, TV, and Gotenks. And then red, if you want to add in the extra red, if you guys don't have Gotenks, then you guys can do Nerdhan, since he has double offensive Z abilities, which is really nice. And he also gives support for his allies. He's able to heal himself, and he ramps up over time, which is really nice. So, and he also charges up his gauge too. So, really powerful overall character there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with the video here. Like, comment, subscribe, and rough, and I'm out. Peace.